Happy Sunday, stampers and paper crafters. This is Facebook Live number 321. Yes, I have 320 Facebook Lives. So if you are ever looking for inspiration, come to my replay section in my videos and select a number. Hashtag whatever number you want to pick up until 320. All right, my name is Joy Borwedge, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I live in Burnsville, Minnesota. I'm almost saying Egan again. I live in Burnsville, Minnesota, and I've been here for 2 months. So technically 2 months and a few days, but we won't talk about that. And I have been a demonstrator since August of 1999. Thank you very much for hanging out with me on a Sunday evening. In Burnsville, it is rainy, and the Twins won. They won all 3 games, so yay. And we can get crafty now. So I'm going to put you down at the table in just a second. If you get motion sickness or anything like that, look away, and I will let you know when I am done messing around with the camera. All right, so hold on. So hopefully you had a good weekend. Mine was relaxing somewhat. Oops, there goes the camera. Okay, and we're turning. That awkward turn. Whew. Okay, and the reason why we have that is because I have a different setup than I did when I lived in the house, because I'm not going to tighten it up too much right now because I'm just going to show you. There's a window. And there's my end of my table. And there we go. So I cannot go on the other side of the table to see where my camera is facing. So I have to do that around a table and put it awkwardly on the table and then have that awkward change. So thank you for hanging on with that. All right, I'm going to move this over. All right, it's still... There we go. Done messing around with the camera. Okay, so again, my name is Joy Borwedge. I have an Instagram page at Stampin' for Joy. My online store is stampinforjoy.stampinup.net. penguinz33@outlook.com is my email address. So if you wish to request a catalog from me, go ahead and leave an email. And my host code for the month is E2C7X9VE. You can use that host code when you have an order in my online store that is under $150. When your order is over $150, do not use that host code, because I want you to receive free product, which is Stampin' Up! Stuff that you choose. All right, there's a few things I want to talk about, and then we'll get to stamping. Number one is I and several of my friends are getting together again to have www.thestampinevent.com. The information is there, and my friend Heidi is the one that sets this all up, and we get together and do this several times a year, generally 3 to 4 times. And what it is you come to the church, that's where it's being held at, on June 29th. We'll give you a baggie with a bag that has 16 baggies in it. And you pull up baggie number 1, and then you find table number 1. And if you pull up baggie number 4, you go to table number 4. So then you put together whatever is sitting at that table. Now, one of the cards that you will be making is this one. And this one features the products from the Simply Zinnia suite. Bundle. And we're going to be using the Designer Series paper, the folder. Now, this is an online exclusive, but once you put this card together, it will stand up. So it will sit like this. It's kind of hard to show, but here you go. That way it sits down, and it will sit on the mantle. to whoever you send a thank you note to. All right, so that is one of the cards, kind of a sneak peek of one of the things that you will be making at this event, June 29th. So check that out. All right. Another thing that's starting up right now is May 1st, in a few days. The starter kit is the best deal. However, Stampin' Up! Made it an even a better deal. And what happens is you, if you wish to join a demonstrator and receive a 20% off discount of the products that you purchase, join. Get the kit. Because right now, it's a great time to do it. You get to spend $99, okay, on the kit. Also, free shipping. You get to choose for that $99, $125 worth of product in the online exclusives, the new upcoming catalog. And when you do that, you also receive all 5 of these ink pads, the pack of Designer Series paper, which is a 6x6, and then you get all 5 in colors. You get the 8.5 by 11 assorted pack of the cardstock, and you receive all the markers, which is an extra $82 value. So if you would like to receive a discount, now would be a great time to think about it and then jump on it, join my team May 1st. And if you have any questions, you can always send me an email. All right. So now, May 1st is a very important date. So is April 30th, because these 2 catalogs will no longer be available to order from. And the products also have a retiring list. Now, those retiring lists, 2 things happen. The catalog that we are going to be having is this one right here. One, the product from these 2 things can move over to the new catalog, or they get retired. One of the 2. So, well, technically there's 3. It could go to the online store. Some of these things went to the online store if you don't see them in the catalog. But you could still order them. I know, it's confusing. But the retired list that are for both of these catalogs is coming to an end. And it is while supplies lasts. Also, any of the products that are sold as bundles that were introduced in these 2 catalogs, if they are moving over either to the online exclusives or if they're moving over to the new catalog, that bundle pricing is being retired. So if you wanted to save the 10%, get it now before it moves over to the new catalog or the online exclusives where that bundle is not happening anymore. Okay, so I know that's a lot of gobbledygook. So, but that's housekeeping. All right, we have this really cute card. It's simple, but I just want to show you the card that I demonstrated yesterday. This was the card that I demonstrated. And if you notice the trucks in the background, that's made with the background punch. Now, the truck punch, which is the online exclusive. So these, the background there is made with the trucks. Now this one was my original idea. Those are embossed cardstock trucks and then snipped to fit the design, the paper, the cardstock, the basic black. However, I didn't think I had enough embossing powder to do it this way, but they're both the same thing, just one has shiny trucks on the background and one has matte trucks on the background. So, if you want to check out to see how that was also made for the truck, check out my, this is Saturday's Facebook Live. So that is hashtag 320, and you could see how everything was made there. Okay, so let's show you the cute card. It's kind of a simple card, but it's very cute. And you can certainly take this idea and use it with any other stamp set that you might own. And I'm going to give this card away today to, I'm going to pick a winner based upon 3 things. Number 1, you do a like, you could do a thumbs up, or you could do a heart. That gets your name entered into the drawing to win this card. Number 2, if you say hi, that's all you have to do. And the third way to do it is if you put this on your timeline, share this on your timeline, then you get entered 2 times. Number 1, you're giving me a good compliment, saying that you enjoyed it enough to share. Plus, there might be somebody on your timeline that hasn't touched their product in a while, and maybe seeing this video might inspire them. So you're helping me, helping them, so therefore you get a chance, two chances. So this is the card. So now we are going to be using the Sentimental Park stamp set, and the stamp set and the dies will be moving over to the new catalog, but they are not, currently they are not as a bundle, but they are coordinating. But we're going to be using this stamp set today, and we're going to be using the Something Fancy dies, and that is in the annual catalog currently, and will be moving over as well. We're also going to be using watercolor pencils to color these. Now, I haven't used my pencils because I literally had to take my scissors and cut the anti-falling apart, what do you call that? Label. You know what? I print these labels. I don't print them. We print them at the place I work at for different companies. But we have Cherry Cobbler, Flirty Flamingo, Cajun Craze, Crushed Curry, Granny Apple Green, Garden Green, Coastal Cabana, Balmy Blue, Night of Navy, and Gorgeous Grape. These are the colors that are in this pack. Now we also have another pack of pencils, which happens to be a little bit larger, that has Real Red, Calypso Coral, Pumpkin Pie, Daffodil Delight, Old Olive, Blue. It just says blue. Fresh Freesia, Melon Mambo, Pecan Pie, Early Espresso, Basic Gray, and Basic Black. These colors are in the other pack. Now, both of these are in the annual catalog, and they are moving over. But, like I said, I wanted to use my pencils tonight, so I came up with this card to use those with. Okay, so now let's show you what we're going to be playing with and give you the dimensions of the cards or the cardstock. First one, this is Coastal Cabana. This is 8.5 by 5.5, and we're going to score that at 4 1/4. We have a piece of Basic White, which is 5 by 3 3/4. We have a piece of Basic White Scrap, a piece of Basic White, which is 3 by 2, and another piece of Basic White, which is 3.5 by 2.5. And like I said, this card can be done in any fashion. Certainly using the Stampin' Blends. You could use your markers. You can use the pencils, as I am doing now. When you use watercolor pencils, you generally want to have the Stays On ink, because we are going to be actually using the blender pen with this. So Memento will kind of bleed. However, I do not like using Stays On ink with my photopolymer. So I am going to use the Memento, but we're going to stamp the images and let that dry well enough so that and plus my blender pen is not new and it's not really old, but it has enough wetness in it to spread the watercolor pencil, but not necessarily smudge the black, if you know what I'm trying to say. Okay, we're also going to be using the new Summer Splash ribbon. This will be available to you as a customer May 1st. Now, if you decide to join the join my team May 1st, this is something that you can actually put in your starter kit if you so choose. Then we will be playing with the new dots. These are called the 2024 to 2026 Shimmer Gems. Now, for you as a customer, they will not be available until kind of mid-May, just because we demonstrators really liked them. So they're coming back in stock. Okay. I think I got it all. So let's, and another reason why is I like to do this is I let this sit here so that sometimes you can come back with your product and say, hey, I really like the card that Joy did for Facebook Live number 321. I'm going to go back in. I'm going to get my cardstock cut up and we're going to stamp along together. All right. So there we go. And so I'm going to put these off to the side for just a second. And we're going to grab my Simply Score tool. And we are going to get this scored at 4 1/4 because that is the half mark for 8 1/2. And the reason why I like the Simply Score tool is because then I don't accidentally cut because I have done that. So I'm going to put my corners together and I'm going to use my bone folder and give that a nice burnish, top and bottom. Okay, now we're actually going to let this off to the side for a second and we're going to come in and we're going to stamp our stuff that we're going to color in with the pencils because we, like I said, we don't want to cause any bleeding of the StazOn. Okay, so the first thing, I'm going to just push that off to the side because this is so little. We are going to, like I said, if you were to use, say, the Stampin' Blends, then the Memento would be the one that you would want to use. Anything that has water, you want to use the StazOn. However, the StazOn has a StazOn cleaner. That cleaner will ruin your photopolymer stamps. So that is the reason why I don't like to use it. Okay, so I'm going to turn this and I'm going to do that back up in the corner right up there. Okay, there we go. That's the first one. And then we're going to do the same thing for the inside of the card. And we're going to put that kind of like that. Okay. Then, right now, I'm just going to close this up and flip that over because that's how, because the ink is sitting on top right now, if you flip it over, then your ink stays sitting on top. I do that by habit. Okay, so I'm going to grab my Simply Chamois, and my Simply Chamois comes in 4s. I cut it just because I had a kitty cat that loved anything foam, even though he is no longer with us, Lewis. He would take it, and when I moved from my house to my apartment a couple months ago, I still never found it. So I had no idea. I don't think he ate it because otherwise he probably would have been pretty sick. But yeah, that cat. So anything like my sponges, now he never went after this. This is a pretty hard foam. This is my Stampin' Pearson mat. So he really never went after that, but still. Okay, so we're going to take the Versamark and we're going to kind of recreate the same image with this. And it's kind of a sticky ink, so you can see how it sticks to the, that's why I like to kind of hold it down. So we're going to just stamp in the corners. And this is kind of like a watermark. And so it gets a little bit darker based upon the cardstock that it shows up on. Okay. And then, and you can place this however you want. Hi, Sherry. It's nice to see you. Okay, so I'm going to flip it around. And come in just like that. And go up there. And then go down there. Okay, so because this is a sticky ink, I'm going to actually get my Stampin' Pierce, or sorry, my Simply Chamois, and I'm actually going to let it sit there for a little bit, just because it's sticky. And this is photopolymer, so that's going to sit there for a little bit and soak. Okay, so then now we are going to use the watercolor pencils to color. We let that sit. Oh, we can also stamp this. Let's stamp our greeting. That's going to be in the Memento. And this is from the same stamp set. And we're going to say on the front of the card, let's celebrate. And the inside, we're actually going to make it a birthday card. One of the reasons why I really like to make birthday cards for Facebook Lives is because generally everybody, let's see, it's a little too dark right there for me. So I'm going to flip that over and see if I could do another one that's a little bit more equal. But anyways, everybody has a birthday. Okay, that looks much better. So I want to give a card to somebody they would actually use. So hopefully, either A, they'll use it to inspire, or B, they will send it on and make somebody's day. One of the two. Okay, so we might as well, seeing as how we're not done stamping yet, we might as well finish it up. Seeing as how we are using the Coastal Cabana Designer's cardstock, we're going to use Coastal Cabana ink on the inside and Gorgeous Grape, because those are going to be the watercolor pencil colors that we're going to be using. And I have decided, so the front of the card is going to say, let's celebrate. And then we're going to say you in Gorgeous Grape. And then we're going to say happy birthday right underneath it. And just let that ink. How you doing, Sherry? Okay. I'm going to close those up, and then we're going to clean. I kind of like to clean all at the same time. I don't like to let my ink sit on my photopolymer too long. Just when I'm designing. And then once I do for you guys, I like to get it off, get the ink off as soon as I can, kind of doing it all at the same time, as I said. Good. It's nice to hear that. And the reason why I do that is because if it was red rubber, then it wouldn't color my stamp set. You know, I really don't care that this is kind of pinky, because I'm going to still be able to see through it. But once things retire, I sell them. So I don't keep them. So I want somebody to be able to enjoy my product. So now, because I said I wanted to use watercolor pencils. So this one is Flirty Flamingo, Granny Apple Green, and Gorgeous Grape. And as I've said, I've had these for, I think, since the catalog came out, or maybe September, kind of like around there, and I've not used them. But, you know, going, you know, selling your house and boxing stuff up, I just really wanted to use them. So I'm actually going to sit down to do this. So for the inside, I'm just swirling around the Flirty Flamingo. And like I said, I used Memento. So I wanted to let the black sit as long as I could, so that way the blender pen is not going to muddy up the colors. And I'm just doing circles. I'm not much of a watercolorer, so I'm trying to step out of my zone. Now see these black marks in the center of the flowers? I am just going from there and I'm scribbling is what I'm doing. So if you think I'm being artsy, yeah, I'm scribbling. My sister, she's the artist. I scribble. And I make smiley faces with pointy hair. Like this. I give myself one more eye. 2 eyes, not just one. But that's what I do. I am not an artiste. So this releases my creative side, and I can give it to somebody and make their day. That's what I like. Or I keep on scribbling over onto the wrong one, but that's okay. Not everything is perfect in nature, as you can tell. All right, we're almost done coloring, scribbling. Okay, so now that we're done with that, we are, Judy, hi, welcome. Yes, we are pretty much settling. It's really weird. I'm still saying on my introduction, almost, I have to write it down. I'm in Burnsville. I'm not in Eagan because I lived there for 28 years. But anyways, I am looking very forward to, I really miss my birds. The hummingbird is not going to know what to do because when she comes back, I'm not there. And I hope the renters, the gentleman who bought the house, he's a realtor. Okay, so we went into the green and then we're going to swirl that off until it runs clear. But anyways, he rented it to four people. And it was a brother and sister, and then each of their significant others. Now, I don't know if they were just dating or if they're boyfriend or girlfriend or just friends. But anyways, I don't know. The mallards, they're going to be wanting to sit in the pond. I don't know if they're going to, clean the pond out or know how to clean the pond out. And I think I might have to visit and say, number one, you need a bird feeder because the hummingbird will be coming to your yard wanting food. And I mean, she would wait in the tree while I'm, getting it cleaned out. And she would be waiting there. And as soon as before I even got back to the patio door, she would be at the feeder. And my hummingbirds were very territorial. You see all these videos of people that have more than one hummingbird. No, not my place, or the place I used to live at. And so I have, in the apartment, we're not supposed to feed animals, but I do have a hummingbird feeder up because it doesn't have any type of spillage. And I'm going to have my gardens. Okay, now I went over the line there, so hopefully nobody will even know. And you just wipe it off like this to clear it off. Both of these tips are the same thing. They will stain, but they will not pick up the color unless you color something with it and forget to swipe it off clear. And they come in a pack of 3. So here's me thinking I could do one for blue tips and I could do one for red tips. Nope, that doesn't work either. All right, so then now what we're going to do is we're going to put adhesive on the back side. And I'm like, where's my adhesive? Well, I put it back where it's supposed to go. Yeah. Okay, so I have 2 strips. And we are going to take this ribbon. I love this ribbon. This is the new Summer Splash. I actually got all the colors. I am not much of a ribbon user, but I'm really, okay. I've not used pencils. So this is my first time using pencils in a really long time. When I first started with Stampin' Up, yeah, I had watercolor pencils, but I don't think they were specific colors. And then I did buy them once they became specific Stampin' Up colors, and then they retired because they did a new color refresh. And so, yeah, so I wasn't really much of a watercolorer. So I really want to get back in the habit of doing that. So anyways, I bought all the ribbon, so I want to use more ribbon in stuff, and I want to use watercolor pencils. So that is like that. And then, now we're going to put dimensionals on the back side. Now, when I made my original card, I only put some here, but I'm going to really dimensionalize it, because if this goes through the mail, when it comes to you, whoever wins it, which reminds me, I need to really pick winners. It's been a while since I've picked winners. So, just because I'm waiting to get settled in. So, yeah, it's about time. But anyways, I don't want it to fall flat when it's really supposed to be sticky up. Okay. So I'm covering up kind of where that adhesive is. So normally I do not put this many dimensionals on the back side of something. I am not one of those over dimensionalized people, but got to do it on this one. All right, so take your take pick tool and slightly angle, stab, and grab those backings. Take that off, throw it away in the trash. Clean table. They don't show up on your dog's forehead. They don't end up on your cat's tail. I don't have a dog. I have cats. Or your husband's vest, or whatever he wears. Okay, so now we're going to put this on right on top. We did a 1/2-inch border all the way around. And then now we are going to put that in the center of this. Now, one would think that you would actually put the adhesive on the back before you put it on the dimensionals. So just in case you do that, you could do what I just did
put the adhesive to the cardstock, and then put it down. Yay! Okay, and like I said, this is a simple design. It's made to help you out if me and simple don't go together very well. So this for me is simple. All right, so now we are going to use, and like I said in the beginning when I introduced these, well, hello, third person, whoever is on, welcome. These are the new In Colors, 2024 to 2026 In Colors Shimmer Gems. Once the new catalog comes live, May 1st, you will not be able to order these until mid-May. And the reason why is because the demonstrators loved them so much. Yep, blame it on us. However, thank you. It's not mine. But like I said, I need to use ribbon more. So this is Peach Pie. This is Shy Shamrock. This is Summer Splash, Pretty in Pink, and Petunia Pop. Now, we could use the Pretty in Pink because the Flirty Flamingo color pencils are not that. So this is what the colors look like. Do you think I should use the pink? I'm going to take a vote to whoever's watching right now. What do you think? Summer Splash or Pretty in Pink? What do you think we should use for the, oh, we need to cut out the greeting. So while you guys are thinking about that, I'm going to grab the little Stampin' Cut and Boss machine. Now, I love the Stampin' Cut and Boss machine because I am lifting it with my pinky. So if you, Summer Splash? Okay. What about you, Judy? What do you think? Okay, so, hey, Sherry, did you see the card that one, Judy, are you coming to the event in June? Okay, you guys, Summer Splash. I have a card that I made. Did you guys see it? This is one of the cards that you will be making in June. And it is a easel card. And that is that's one of them. There's going to be, this table is going to be the same flower in the center, but the designer series paper and some of the colors might be a little different, but that's what one of the guys we're gonna be making. All right. Yeah, I like doing something fun, and it's a tease. Not a tease, but an advertisement for people who can't make up their mind, saying, if you want a cool card, come. All right, so this piece right here is from the die set called Something Fancy Dies. It's on page 166 in the annual catalog, and it will be moving over. I really, really, really like this die. And this Let's Celebrate comes from the stamp set that we are playing with today called Sentimental Park. Now, Sentimental Park is a stamp set that belongs to a suite that is not a suite anymore. It was a suite when it was first introduced, but its stamp mate is being retired. Let me see. I knew I had that. Sentimental Park in the index. Page 36. Oh, I had it. There it goes. So this one is staying, the Sentimental Park, but this one is being retired, the Petal Park. And this is the one that coordinates with the punch. Okay, so yeah, that retiring list has a few more days to live. Okay, so now we're going to put the top on. Now this one, the little one, we're going to actually stagger the plates. So the bottom one and the top one have the same height, I guess, level, and the one on the inside is pushed in. So some people have said that they were having problems with putting it through, and this is what Stampin' Up! Sarah Douglas showed on one of those Tuesday craft-alongs that she puts out every Tuesday. And so I just want to, I've been saying that for a little while, but I just wanted to share that again with you, just in case you didn't know about that. And I have not had any problems with that at all. And even this plate has a crack in it. We're still using it until that little puppy goes into. All right, we're going to shut that up. Not me, just the Stampin' Cut and Boss machine, the mini boss. And we're going to put that away. And then now we are going to put this on the front. And we're going to put that on dimensionals as well. But first, before I want to do that, I actually want to do the Wink of Stella. And we're going to get this. Not that I need this, but when I clean it off, I want it to not color. It bleeds, you know, it blends the colors in. So we're just going to swish that off until it runs clear. Now we're going to do the centers in Flirty Flamingo. Like I said, you can't really tell what color pink it is. But the Summer Splash really, that ribbon really coordinates with this Coastal Cabana. Now we're going to do the purple. But I wanted to do this first before I put the greeting on, so then I don't have to sit there and try to do it awkwardly. All right, one more time. And then we're going to go the inside to the purple. Hi, Tammy. All right, so we'll just swipe that off. And now we're going to do the kind of the chunkier parts of the Y. And so if you can see that sparkle, no, darn it. Okay, so maybe you, ooh, I just saw it there, but sometimes on camera, oh, there it is, there's the sparkle. Capturing that on camera is harder to do. Okay, so I'm going to close that up, and then you guys decided Summer Splash. So we are going to put that on, and where did my greeting go? There it is. Now we're going to put the, get rid of that, and we're going to put the dimensionals on the back side again. And this fits perfectly in here, so I just kind of want to make sure that I do the flat ends. Just like that, okay? And then stab and grab those backings and then throw them in the trash and keep your area clean. All right, so then we're going to take this and kind of push this over a little bit off the side. There we go. And then we are going to use the putty part to grab the Summer Splash. We're going to do one big one down in the corner down here. The big one down at the bottom kind of gives it weight. And then we're going to do two little ones. One kind of, let's see here. One right on the tag. And then we're going to do one right next to that flower, right there. So we are actually done with this card. What do you think? So there is the sparkle. Oops, I'm hiding the gem. But like I said, this Summer Splash goes really nicely with the Coastal Cabana. And that's the inside of the card. Now let me show you the Summer Splash cardstock. So it may look a lot, this is more bright and this is more dull in real life. There is kind of more blue to this coloring and more green in this, to me, looking at it. But on camera, it's going to look, thank you, Judy. To me, actually, this Coastal Cabana kind of looks more dull. And the Summer Splash is a little bit more bright. So I don't know if you could tell by looking at it on camera. Looking through my camera lens to here, it looks more blue. Both of them do, but it's more green. Like I said, this one has more green undertones, and this one has more, it's more bright. Okay, so let's look at that. So now, again, if you do a thumbs up or if you do a heart, that will get your name entered into the drawing. Then if you leave a comment, all you have to do is even just say hi. And then if you share this on your timeline, now somebody on your timeline might find this video useful. And I'm a little fish in the pond. I am happy that 2 people are watching me right now, but I have seen people with 300 to 400 people watching. I would be happy with 10. So help us get my name out there. So by doing that, I enter your name 2 more times. So twice to get into the drawing to win this card. So thank you very much for hanging out with me on a Sunday. If you did not see this video, go back and watch yesterday's card on how that was made. That was number 320, and then you'll see how the truck is really shiny. All right, so we'll hopefully see you on Thursday. And the reason why that's not been happening is because I've been working anywhere from 10 to 13 hours. Friday, I actually did leave on time from work, but I did go in early. So I went home and I crashed for a while and then watched the Twins game because it was like at 8 o'clock at 8:30 at night. So I watched just in time. So thank you again for hanging out with me on a rainy Sunday evening. Hopefully I could do Tuesday or Thursday. If not, hopefully Friday or Saturday. All right, guys, take care. Have a great week and happy stamping.